Well, we've had a most enjoyable day. We've been in court since, well, 9:30 I was there, till...
And me.
We was half nine, so both of us 9:30. I was there a bit before then. I was there because I was there 15 minutes before you were. Anyway, what time did we get away, Leon?
Probably about 7:15.
7:15, away from the court. There was people cleaning up. Everybody had gone home. The security had all gone. We was there all by ourselves, me and my family, and we're outside the court, and it's no one there, was there?
No. Ghost town.
Ghost town.
Yeah, just the cleaner and the Henry Hoover.
Yeah, that's all that was there. It was amazing. Anyway, we was waiting for their decision. They'd gone out. They'd found me not guilty on 14 charges of harassment and religious incited whatever.
Religious aggravation.
Religious aggravation. Anyway, 14 of those cases had been thrown out. No case to answer. That's what I said. And now they've gone out to consider 4 more. That is me with standing up to 2 fellas. One where I took the magazines off the stand, and one where a fella visiting he had family in Australia and he took offence to my posters. So it's them 2, which after I stood up and gave evidence, we thought we'd get off. And another 2 is where they had all these policemen. They brought them all in as witnesses, 10 or 12 policemen the other day, and after a while they let them all go. I was up for that one in Canterbury, and one in Canterbury and one in Folkestone, where I chained myself to the fence. I was up on those, and they said, "You're not going to get away with those, you know." Anyway, he come back in, and I got done for the 2 that I thought I was going to get away with, which I thought I should have got away with. I gave answers to them, and the other 2 I got off with. So out of 18 charges of aggravation and religious hatred, whatever, out of 18, 16 were deemed as no case to answer.
No case to answer.
And Leon had how many?
I had 5 cases against me. 4 of religious aggravation. I think. And
one was assault with spitting.
Yeah. And another one was basically assault by beating, is what they call it.
Yeah.
Sounds worse than what it is.
Yeah, banging on the car.
No, that's not that one. That was the religious aggravation.
That religious aggravation, yeah.
Apparently, I banged my hands on somebody's car bonnet and called him the C word, scared their daughter, and I've done nothing of the sort. The videotape clearly. Always
take a video. It got us everything, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
And when they played the videos, it caught them out lying. It caught them. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Always take a video. Always record yourself. It's such a protection.
What's that guy's name? Roger Bishop. What was he?
Yeah.
What was he at the Kingdom Hall?
He was the coordinator at one time.
So he was in charge of all the elders in the congregation.
At one time, yes.
At one time, yeah. So he stood up in court behind witness screen.
Yeah.
So basically sat in a witness room with a camera and a TV, so we were interlinked. We could see him, but he couldn't see us.
Made us look out to be gangsters, they did.
Videotapes were played that he wasn't aware that they existed.
Yeah.
And he'd already written his statements down and told his lies and said, I've gone in there screaming and shouting and making threats. And the videotape was played in court. And, to see his face.
It was great.
It was quite great. Something.
It was great. It turned all their evidence on their head, didn't it?
Yeah.
It showed them all how to be lying.
And it just sort of tallied up with what everyone else was thinking, sort of thing, wasn't it?
It did.
Quite something.
It is.
What other ones were there? Tom Pin, must say. Big thank you to Tom Pin for telling the truth.
Telling the truth. Honest Tom.
These sat in court, and Tom wasn't going to give evidence.
No.
He didn't want any part of it.
No.
He'd given a statement to the police.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't want to be in court for personal reasons. Now, Tom Pin, you'll probably recognise him in some of the videos. He's a short guy with glasses.
Yeah.
From the Dover congregation. You know, we get on well. Well, he's the one Jehovah's Witness that I can talk to and feel comfortable talking to. So the police have basically been sent round to his house by the barrister, is it?
Yeah,
defence solicitor, and he's been dragged out of bed and dragged into court. I mean, he looked rough and ready, didn't he?
He did.
But he stood in court, and he told his version of events. Did not even have a witness statement with him.
He did. No, he did have one. They gave him one, and he didn't refer to it once.
No, it was face down on the desk in front of him.
He didn't refer to it once.
He didn't need to.
He didn't need to.
He told it
as it
was, and how it was, and then we put the other two statements up against it. Joshua Dennis
and Roger Bishops.
Roger Bishops. Joshua Dennis was claiming that he was there.
Yeah, right.
It was quite interesting. Some of the things he was saying about me. He was saying I sort of knelt down and like the
video again. The video again was priceless.
And it was proved to be that Joshua Dennis wasn't even there at the time when the alleged assault happened. And the only person that was stood there was Tom Pin.
Yeah.
So Tom gave his version of events, Joshua gave his version of events, Roger gave his version of events, and
no case to answer.
There was no case to answer because, well, basically what Roger Bishop and Joshua Dennis had just quite happily sat there and lied.
They did, yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, they did. I felt sorry for the young lad, you know, because, you know, I thought he had committed a very serious thing, you know. But, knowing how things are, you know, the lad was, I think he's misguided. Roger Bishop was pulling the strings.
Yeah.
And he was surprised when Tom came in, and Tom just told it as it was. They'd even searched the coat and looked for spit, he said.
Totally different.
And they couldn't find it.
I'm
sure he said he was in under light with, you know, in the Kingdom Hall. But they, you know, solicitors speak for you, and they sometimes get things all arse about face. Well, you know, back to front.
They don't understand the full story a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's a good day, but I still feel a bit, you know, I got a 3-year keep the peace thing. I got 6 months keep the peace for one thing, keep the peace for another thing, and then a 3-year keep the peace or something. Anyway, I don't think that stops me from protesting. I'm almost certain it doesn't. But, you know, they kept saying if you're in front of us for a similar offence, then, you know, so I've really got to check that out. You know.
Yeah. I think the way forward is to be a bit more professional, as it were, and maybe report to the police when we're going to protest.
Yeah.
So as the Jehovah's Witnesses really can't retaliate in any way and say, you know, get them away from here because this is a protest which we've cleared with the police.
Which we will be doing.
It's sad in a way to leave everything else behind because we've had some adventures.
I'm sure there still might be a few opening prayers and a few jolly singing, you know.
Yeah.
It might be that, you know.
We'll just have to work it so that it's more...
and more friendly and more of a giggle. More of a giggle.
I think it was always a bit of a giggle.
It was always a giggle.
You always had a good time.
Hey, I was interested in one of those comments about... Oh, JW Fairytale did it about their demeanour before they went out and, you know, did the memorial. And he says they weren't angry. They were in a happy place. And that's how we are, aren't we?
Yeah, very much so.
We enjoy going out. It's a real laugh. And you know, it's friendly and jovial. We have a laugh. We don't go out there to upset people or to scare little children. Of course we don't. We go out for the children. Yeah, it's a 2-witness rule. You know, I think we got them on the run actually on this 2-witness rule. I don't see how they're going to continually defend it in court because they did a terrible job of defending it. They were denying it. There isn't a 2-witness rule. There is a 2-witness rule. One fella said that the 2-witness rule was the same as the law of the land. You know, there has to be 2 witnesses, doesn't there, Your Honour? He was trying to get the courts on his side by saying their rules are the same as the law of the land. 2 witnesses are needed in anything to be proven. You know, yeah.
How wrong they were.
How wrong.
And I might add the judge actually put them right on that occasion and said that is no way the law of the land.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
He was. He was good. He was, I think, touched by that statement.
He was.
He didn't want nothing to do with his 2
No, he didn't. He had to put him right, didn't he?
He did.
And what about hey, I liked it when he had to tell him a couple of times. He says, "You're not here to ask questions. You're here to answer questions. Now just answer the questions." He said that to a couple of elders. All the elders wanted to ask questions.
Trying to control the situation, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, the barrister as well. I mean, he had a job to do. The defence solicitor, I believe, against us.
CPS, yeah.
I mean, the poor guy. What a case for him. You know, he's had over 20, I think it's 21 offences thrown out of court.
Yeah,
no charge to answer to.
No charge.
You know,
and the ones
that's got to hit hard when you
hey, my solicitor said she was rooting for us. Yeah. She's been following us, and they was all rooting for us. As was the others, I think. I'm sure the prosecution were rooting for us as well, really. I know, you know, I rather like the chap. I thought he was quite a nice chap. He tried to get me to lose my temper, though. He said, "You just wanted to get him round the corner, didn't you, and give him a good hiding?" Didn't he?
He did say he was
trying
putting it across as if to say Derek was a real bad person that wants to drag somebody round the corner to give him a good kicking. For no reason whatsoever. Derek's not really.
I'm not like that. I'm not a violent man.
No,
I'm not.
He'd rather his
I'll stand my ground. Of course I will. I'll stand my ground, and someone's pushing me, I'll push back. But I'm not a violent man. They made us out to look like gangsters. They didn't want to be in our presence, you know.
I mean, we didn't.
We didn't.
It's not like we didn't look the part.
We look like a pair of gangsters, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Not quite. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
But anyway, we thought we'd just do this quick, just a quick update, you know. We're all through it now. There's no bail restrictions. Leon's a free man. I'm a free man. But, you know, maybe I'll appeal. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to cut off here?
I think if we don't... Well,
yeah? Or do you want to talk? Do you want to say some more?
Thank you to everyone for supporting us,
thanks for their support.
Thank you very much.
Propaganda Technique and that, and Tony, and of course... JW Fairy Tale, and thanks for your help. And Mike and Kim, of course, not forgetting them. Mark and Cora. Oh yeah, thanks for your, sticking and your support and your prayers. You know, they mean a lot, and we receive them. Thank you very much. All those good vibes.
Yeah, they paid off in the end.
They paid off. Thank you very much. So it's good night from him.
Goodbye.
And it's good night from him. If he can hit the button.